So let's look at type 3 of simultaneous equations, which are to do with graphs. And often you're given two lines in forms of their equations, and you're asked to find the solution of the two lines. And the solution x and y, expressed as a point x comma y, is actually the intersection point of the two lines. And basically, if we take the two equations and solve them simultaneously and find x and y, that is telling us the intersection point of those two lines. So by example, L is the line, 4x plus 5y equals 1. M is the line, 3x minus 4y equals 24. Find the intersection point. In other words, solve the two equations simultaneously. Okay. So in this case, we have 4x plus 5y equals 1, 3x minus 4y equals 24. I'm going to have to do a bit of multiplying on both really to get them both the same, say the two x's. I can see that if I multiply this by 3 and that by 4, by the opposite of each other, then I'll get them both equal to 12x. Okay, so if I multiply this top line by 3, I get 12x plus 5, 15y equals 3, and this bottom line by 4, I get 3x minus 16y equals 96. Okay, I could have done it with the y's. I could have multiplied this by 4 and that by all of that by 5, and I could have gone with y. But I've made the x's the same. Apply all of the bottom terms here by minus 1. So I get minus 12x plus 16y equals minus 96. And then we solve. We say cancels out. 15 is 31. 3 minus 9 is minus 93. Y equals minus 3. Put that back into any equation you like, 1 or 2. I get 4x plus 5 times minus 3 equals 1. That means 4x minus 15 equals 1. 4x, x is equal to 4. So the point of intersection of the solution is equal to 4 comma minus 3. That's the x value and the y value. And the fourth type of simultaneous equation is born out of shapes, and the possible shapes you might be asked to work with are rectangles, squares or triangles. And you're asked to generate equations given information about the shape. So here's a rectangle here. The four sides are 4a, 5 minus b, 3b plus 1 and 2a minus 3. We're asked to find a and b, and the way to do that is to generate two simultaneous equations based on the fact that 2a minus 3 must be equal to 5 minus b, because the sides are the same length. So 2a plus b must be equal to 8. That's one equation. And then 4a must be equal to 3b plus 1. So 4a minus 3b is equal to 1. That's the second equation. Put those over each other and you'll see that this needs, or it's better to make this 4. So we'll multiply, so it looks like this 4 here. So we'll multiply the top by 2. So we get 4a plus 2b is equal to 16 over the original line. And multiply all of this line by minus 1. And then you say 4a minus 4a, goodbye. 2b and 3b is 5b equals 15, b equals 3. And if we put b equals 3 back in there, we'll get a is equal to 2.5. And then, we could put these values then back into the rectangle if you're further asked, for the perimeter of the rectangle or the area of the rectangle. Now, changing the subject of a formula. So here's a couple of examples. Make x the subject of the formula. 3x plus 4y equals 7. So you're isolating x, basically. So that must mean that 3x equals 7 minus 4y. And then we need to divide both sides by 3, because the coefficient of x, so they cancel. We just get x there is equal to 7 minus 4y all over 3. Okay, that's your answer. That's made x the subject of that formula. And again, make x the subject of this formula here. xy equals 3z minus xz. The first thing to do is gather any terms with x in them to the left. So we bring over this minus xy becomes plus xy equals 3z. Then we need to tease out x from both of these terms. And the way we do that is we say, well, that's x is equal to y plus z. Okay, because x by y plus z is the same as xy plus xz, because x by y is xy plus x by z is xz. Okay, and then once we have x teased out, we can divide both sides by y plus z. they'll cancel, and we'll have x is equal to 3z over y plus z. Now, let's look at factorizing expressions or looking for the factors of expressions, but let's talk about factors first. Let's say we have 2 multiplied by 6, that's equal to 12. That 12 is known as the product, and 2 multiplied by 6 gave us that product of 12. Because 2 multiplied by 6 gave us 12, we can say that 2 and 6 are factors of 12. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 and 4 are factors of 12. 1 times 12 is 12. 1 and 12 are factors of 12 as well. Look at this here. 2y times y is 2y squared. 2y and y are factors of the expression 2y squared, because one multiplied by the other gives us the product. Okay, so we're going to have products, and we're going to have to try and tease out or find the factors, those things that multiplied, that when originally multiplied, if multiplied together, give us this end expression. Okay, and there's 4 types of expressions that we'll be factorizing in this course. The first type is factorize x squared minus 3x minus 4. So it's a quadratic expression. Okay, and quadratic expressions always yield 2 factors, and they will be something times x plus or minus a number, and something times x plus or minus another number. Okay, you know yourselves, you see x plus 2, x plus 1, they're the factors of whatever the expression is if they're multiplied together. Okay, and you know, this could be any number here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, minus 3, minus 4, can be anything. Okay, but you know, what is this sign in the factors? Is it plus, is it minus, are they both plus, are they both minus? You know, how do we know what the sign is? Okay, so we need to look at the expression, and the first thing we look at is this sign, always the last sign in the expression, and we see if it's negative, then the signs of the factors are just going to be positive and negative. They're just going to be different. That's it. No more worries about that. But if this was positive, then the signs are going to be the same. What's the same? This is the same. They'll both be negative. They'll both be whatever is there if this one is positive. Okay? So in this case, it's negative we have, and so we're going to have one factor with a plus and one factor with a minus. So now we write our expression, okay, and underneath the x squared we write out the factors of x squared, and that's x by x. If that was 3x squared, it would be 3x and x, the factors. Okay, if it was 6x squared, it could be 6x and x, or 2x and 3x, because 2 by 3 is 6 as well, but that's for another day. And on this side, we know this sign is negative here, so we'll have one negative and one positive, and now we're looking for 2 factors of minus 4, which will combine, the term minus 4, which will combine to make minus 3. We're looking for the 2 factors of minus 4 that when we add them give us minus 3. Okay, so let's say minus 4 times 1, that gives us minus 4, so they're factors we can try, and let's add them. Minus 4 plus 1 equals minus 3, perfect, they are the ones to go with. Okay, so we literally write in our minus 4 and our plus 1, and our factors are x minus 4 and x plus 1. Okay, so x minus 4 and x plus 1. And just to check, if we multiply x minus 4 by x plus 1, they give us that original product that was that quadratic expression. Okay, and I just want to mention, just while we're here, if we meet with quadratic expressions, they're always in the form ax squared plus bx plus c. So c there is minus 4, b is minus 3, a is 1, but you just can't see it. But that's the form of a quadratic expression.